Welcome to your weekly UAS news update. We have 4 stories for you this week. First up, we have the EFF warning about arming police drones. We have a JetBlue pilot reporting a drone strike at 3,000 feet over JFK. Also, another JFK drone sighting that turns out to be just normal operation. And then lastly, we really got to talk about these World Cup TFR violations because it's really not looking good. So let's get to it. And first up this week, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, or EFF for short, is warning that lawmakers have precious little time to stop armed police drones. Now, this comes after Skydio CEO recently walked back on their company's previous pledge to never weaponize their drones. And then on top of that, a company called Campus Guardian Angel is rolling out what they call suppression drones in Georgia and Florida in high schools for this fall. Now, these drones are designed to deploy pepper gels, strobe lights, and also kinetic strikes against active shooters. While the idea of stopping a threat kind of sounds good, quite frankly, the EFF points out that there are currently no federal laws that are governing when police or security drone can use force. EFF also said that in their articles, we cannot continue to rely solely on the goodwill of companies that make their money selling technology to police departments to protect us from dangerous police technology. Now, we'll be watching this, obviously, and see how and where this one goes. Next up, a JetBlue pilot reported striking a drone at 3,000 feet while on final approach at JFK. This is in New York, for those of you that are not familiar. This is flight 948. This was an Airbus A321. They landed safely, and in a post-flight inspection revealed that it actually was no damage to the aircraft at all. Now, the FAA is currently investigating the incident. Now, we've seen this story play out many times before in the drone industry. A pilot sees something flash, by the windscreen at approach speed, reports a drone, and then later says that it was either a bird or a balloon or something else. This happened actually also recently with the United flight, maybe a month ago or so. A drone at 3,000 feet is unusual, but don't get me wrong, it's not impossible. While anyone flying illegally in controlled airspace deserves to be prosecuted, we also need to make sure that we wait for the facts because these headlines are going to hurt the industry even more. Now, directly related to this, another drone sighting near JFK made national headlines this week, but this one was actually just a remote control airplane that was flying exactly where it was supposed to be. This is a Bell 407 helicopter. The pilot reported a near miss with a large red and white RC airplane at about 500 feet. The catch here is that the helicopter was flying roughly 300 feet directly over an RC field. Now, this is a sanctioned National Park Service field that has hosted a model airplane club for decades. The pilot even told air traffic control that he saw more RC airplanes on the ground that were ready to launch. Gee, I wonder why. The FAA is reportedly not investigating this one because, well, this is not really a mystery, but this is a good opportunity to remind you that while you are operating and you're in a known RC field, that actually does not give UAS any right-of-way over manned aircraft and that they're still limited to, the altitude that they were approved for. And then the last story this week is about the TFR violation around the World Cup. Now, we reported this before, and we reported that the number of drone incursions was over 300 last week. And we kind of make fun of these numbers, but really this number has gone significantly up again this week with even more weeks of World Cup games that are coming up. This is really not looking good. What's also not looking good is that the initial feedback that we are getting is that a lot of these infractions are actually from Part 107 certificated pilots. As an industry, quite frankly, we have to do better. And I want to hear from you on this. I just don't understand it. Let me know in the comments how we as an industry can improve communication to those drone pilots about those limitations. Why are Part 107 pilots getting caught flying where they're, supposed to be educated on how to find TFRs? We've seen overreaction for drone events in the past, a lot of them, and whether they were real or perceived, quite frankly, and it never ended well for our industry. We need to make sure that a few of these bad actors don't make it harder for the rest of us to do what we love. So I want to have that conversation with you, and I want to have that conversation with other people. We need to do absolutely better with this. And speaking of the conversation, it continues in post-flight, where we're going to talk about all of these stories uncensored in the premium community. Link is in the description. We'll see you also for the live Q&A on Monday. Have a great weekend. We'll see you then.